The song I'm going to play is called Facade, and it addresses this idea of wearing and removing masks.
We fear strong women. Why should you have a fear of a strong role model, no matter what his gender is? If someone is living in their lives in a virtuous way and is doing right and is succeeding, why should that not be held as an example for male or females to now pursue that path?
We share this very delicate moment which stays with me today. Here in London, in this metropolis city, one wouldn't think that there are young people, gangs, who are at each other's throats. There are young people who don't leave their neighborhoods, their postcodes. They can't go to an A&E, they can't go anywhere because they're at war with each other. Right here in this in the city, there are kids who are illiterate, who have ADHD, who should be in school, who aren't. So there have been a number of stabbings in Westminster, and we knew that there was a tit-for-tat game going on. So we bring in this kind of conflict resolution model to get kids to calm down the violence. And very often, people like Elroy who've been there and done that to talk to these kids. And if anyone should doubt whether kids get frightened, kids who are wearing boots, who look very hard, who look very scary, have high violence, whether they're vulnerable or not, I saw that moment. And Elroy, you were telling these lads, guys, the violence doesn't stop, somebody's going to die. And you look into these eyes, these 17-year-olds and 16-year-olds, who are expecting not to make it to their 20th birthday. Because that's what they decided. I'm not going to make it back.
One thing that is sort of annoying me, and we spoke with Simon, and he said some way, somehow, cigarettes are managing to infiltrate villages, rural regions of Sierra Leone. So you might not necessarily be able to find food or clean water, but some way, somehow you can find cigarettes, and cigarettes are like the cheapest thing ever.
The British reaction to the Africans were coming over from across the Mediterranean, watching their sisters die, watching their their mothers die. That's years of mental issues to deal with. You know what I mean?
Economic empowerment for women is critical, and from the African political leadership, they have realized that if we are to move on, if we are to develop as a continent, one of the most important things is empowering our women economically. What are they doing?
600 or 700 very ill inpatients. They had one psychiatrist, one pharmacist, one clinical psychologist, 36 nurses, half of whom were mental health trained and half of whom were general health trained. So in terms of scarcity of resources, the level that they face is unimaginable to us.